Is that the hydro flask? The bent hydro
No,
flask?
no, it doesn't work anymore. It's my gamer subs cup.
Is the hole like messed up now? 100%.
Well, the bottom is, yeah, the hydro flask, yeah, it's cooked. Don't work no more. I don't even have it.
Damn.
Remember the
Anyways,
Arby's cup? I had to throw that one away.
I miss the Arby's cup,
I
honestly.
missed the Arby's cup.
See, let's do at. We're just vibing. Let's see. Let me just start.
Yeah.
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 I just gotta blast all the
All the servers.
Yep, literally though. It's important.
True. And real.
Oh, there it is.
There it be.
I'm not on my Twitch, so I don't know if the music is playing okay, but that's okay.
Let me check.
It's like lo-fi. I don't want it super loud.
Okay, I have to wait for the ad.
Dude, I can't turn off the ads.
It's kind of whack, ain't it?
It's
I hear something in the background.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm turning it up a little bit. Is that better?
That's a little better.
I don't want it like to overdo our voice, you know what I mean? Is this better? I'm like just adjusting things slowly.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's good? Okay. Okay. We'll work with this. We'll work with this.
True.
So, Kipzs, are you ready? Are you ready for the first being my first victim?
Oh, of course I'm ready.
So where do we even begin? This is my first time having a victim on here.
I mean, shit.
So let's start with a basic introduction to what the hell the lamp is. So basically, I had the whole idea of I want to talk to people. I need to talk to people. I want to talk to people. I know everybody's so juicy with all their life experiences and all that fun stuff, so I figured, why the hell not? It's better than making a podcast. I wanted to make a podcast, but I mean, if I'm already streaming here, why not, you know?
Facts.
So here we are, the Lamp, an interview series. I didn't know if I wanted to call it a talk show, but I feel like an interview series is okay for now until further notice. Why did I choose you, Kipzs? Because you're my brother from another mother.
Luna.
So basically, let's see, like, I'm Merlot. I'm the interview host. I don't have a set schedule yet. And I'm Kipzs. Kipzs, introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Kipzs. I've known Merlot for how long has it been? It's been like 4 or 3 years, right?
It's been at least since like the beginning of COVID.
Yeah, so like 4 or 5 years.
Golly, like what, 2021, 2022 maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something crazy like that. Okay, you gotta tell us how we met though. Like, that's the crazy shit.
Yeah, so we were in VR chat and it was like completely by chance. We just randomly met on a server and then we started world hopping. And the funny part is the entire time I was talking in the Scottish accent.
Yep.
That I was putting it up for so long, she thought I was legit.
I think you were talking in a Scottish accent for like 3 days straight, and that's probably why I thought you were legit Scottish. Like, there was no other possibility. And your accent was so good with the slight hint of...
I just kept it up for so long.
Yeah, you did. And then one day he drops his voice and he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not Scottish." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I actually vividly remember this. We were in the Uno world.
Oh my god.
Winding down. Yeah, we were winding down. Then after the Uno world, we went to the mirror that was there, and then I dropped the accent, started talking normal because it was you, it was some other guy, and then myself.
Yeah, it was like the first group that we like sort of like just merged ourselves into.
Yeah, we just started world hopping. We did like Cards Against Humanity.
I mean, the Cards Against Humanity was wild. I remember you on the podium just screaming in a Scottish accent. And I'm like, this is it, right? Like, this has got to be it. Like, he has to be Scottish. There's no other possibility.
Yeah.
But then, here we are. We kind of like... I don't know. Throughout the years, we kind of dropped... I mean, I don't know about you, but I dropped the other guys, you know, in the friend group.
No, I didn't talk to them, like, at all.
Damn.
I don't even remember their names, to be honest.
There were so many in the group, and then it got smaller and smaller, and then I
I feel like that's the problem with VR chat friend groups. Like, if you don't if you get their contact info from like other stuff, you just forget them, honestly.
Yeah, because you take your headset off, and then it's that.
Yeah, unless you're terminally on VR chat.
Which a lot of people are.
Some are, yeah, but I'm not. If I had full body, I might have been though.
I mean, I just got my headset, and that's wild. I'm so sad you don't have yours with you, right?
Nah, I mean, I was gonna get a new one anyways sometime.
I see.
So, yeah, I want to get a better one, then I want to get full body tracking because I feel like that'd be hilarious.
That would be so fun to watch if you streamed yourself with full body tracking, like some people. Anyways, so yes, the story of Merlo and Kipzs began on VR chat during COVID, when everybody was staying inside and we were all losing our minds.
Yeah, literally everyone in my like entire dorm building moved out. And it was literally just me.
That's
like maybe a couple other people.
Crazy. I think I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kipzs. I have adopted him since COVID on VR chat, and now we're just here now. And here, I mean, he's like a brother to me. So just tell us about yourself, like your background, your hobbies, like just a basic like overview on who Kipzs is.
Oh boy. Background, I can knock that out pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
So I was born and raised in Korea. I know that sounds crazy considering how my voice is, but my dad, he's from Philadelphia.
I love that.
No, not from Philadelphia. He's from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. My mom's from the Philippines. And my dad is over in Korea because he worked there. My mom was also in Korea because she was working there too. He worked for the military at the time, and he still does. But my mom, she worked at a bar, and that's how they met.
Damn, that's super crazy.
I'm the product of yellow fever.
Yo, I felt that. My family background's the same, so
like the literally like fucking textbook definition right there.
Yeah.
I'm the product of that. So growing up there, I've been back and forth between growing up there and growing up in the Philippines because I visited so often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to school at first in the Philippines for a couple of years because my parents were having issues, but then they got over it.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to school at an international school in Korea for a little while until 6th grade. And then I went to the base school that my dad worked at until graduation.
So, how was your experience with an international school? Because I can relate to this. Was it like a K through 12?
Okay. Yeah, it was. It was a Christian international school.
Oh, okay.
Let's preface that. It was fine. I mean, it's a good school. It's still around actually. Um, I actually went to the graduation of like all my friends from the same class uh, when they graduated 12th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to their graduation. It was pretty sick.
So you had
Well, my
like...
sixth grade teacher was still there.
Really?
Yeah, my sixth grade teacher was still there, which is pretty crazy.
See, that's a wild experience. Like, people in the States or maybe other places, I don't know if they're international schools elsewhere, but I know in Korea there's a few like well-known ones, and it's so crazy to think about how like elementary school kids were like in the same halls as like seniors in high school.
They went by floors. So the first,
Oh.
yeah, so the base floor would be like kind of the admin's place and like also where the cafeteria was at.
Okay.
Basement is where the gym was at, and also the music room. I remember that vividly.
Oh.
First floor is where the K through sixth grade is,
Okay.
and then the second floor is high school.
That's
Or middle and high
crazy.
school. I don't know if they changed it since, because it's been a while. So, but that's what I remember.
Wait, and where was this international school again?
Pyeongtaek.
Oh, I see, I see.
It's literally a building in the middle of a bunch of rice fields.
It
It's
sounds a little
legit.
sus. Like, is this like a torture camp? But I mean,
Nah, I mean, no, it's not. It's fine.
it was just in the
It's
middle
just-
of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just in the middle of nowhere.
That's
Legit.
so wild. I mean, that's so funny. Because like the more like when I first started to find things about Kipzs, obviously through our friendship, it was so crazy to see like similarities. Like
Yeah.
literally,
I feel like a lot of like half Asians relate to each other in general.
right?
That's just we all have like the same shit going on.
Literally Asian mom, white dad.
Exactly.
And our
Like, we
white
all
dads
relate.
were like almost in the same state in the same area. That's just
Yeah.
wild to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, we both went to international school growing up. That's just crazy. I don't
Yeah.
get to meet a lot of people or talk to a lot of people who are like that. So that's probably why I've had Kipzs under my wing for a very long time. Welcome newcomers, by the way. Welcome to our first episode
My
of The Lamp.
newcomers. I'm being interrogated. For
He is
content.
interviewed for content. This is Kipzs.
Hi,
Today-
my name is Kip.
Today we literally just get to talk. He just gets to talk about himself, which is great. And maybe this is like the first guinea pig episode on how future episodes might go about, because you are putting the lamp in his face. Look at him. Look at him in his little chair. I mean,
Yippee!
that's... Anyway, so keep talking. So you went to international school and then you went to the military base. So what happened after? Did you go to school? Like, how did this go?
What do you mean, like when I went to the military base?
Yeah. So military base, I'm assuming, is like when you're like, I don't know, still in school, right? Like high school maybe?
Yeah, 7th grade.
7th grade? Dang, okay.
Yes, 7th grade I went to the base school. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a culture shock, especially going from a national Christian school to that, which is basically an American school.
Yeah.
It was something, and it didn't help that I already knew a lot of the kids there because I went to the youth sports on the base, so I already knew a lot of them there, and a lot of them hated my guts.
Really?
So, yeah, to be fair, it was justified, but that's a whole different topic. About me as a kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting. Culture shock. First time I sat alone at a lunch table.
No.
I did a couple of times. But I'm over it. It's a long ass fucking time ago. And then to be fair, I was kind of a fucking weird ass, stupid ass kid.
Weren't we all at one point? I feel like that's a rite of passage growing up.
Yeah, and then you like look back and you realize, Jesus Christ, I did that?
Yeah, then you start
What was I
cringing.
thinking?
Mm-hmm. You're in the middle of the night in bed
What was
thinking
I
about
thinking? Why did I do that?
that. So culture shock.
Yeah, it was a culture shock. Especially since I had known the same kids for a really long time at the international Christian school.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden going to this base school, you know how military is. They're always moving everywhere, especially on deployments and stuff. Or stuff
Dang.
like that. So it was like a situation where I had a new best friend basically every year because people were constantly coming and going.
And how did you like adapt to that?
Eventually, I just got better at making friends.
Was it harder
It
in the
didn't.
beginning?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, it was. At the beginning, like everyone kind of distanced themselves from me, so I took a more. I was like, hey, if you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with y'all. So I just kind of
Yeah.
adapted this kind of screw everybody mentality.
You just kind of isolate
That didn't last
yourself
very
without
long.
really.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's and like by the time I was ninth grade, I was trying to be like the whole tough guy kind of thing. I tried to do that.
Yeah.
Like I went to the gym a lot. I like almost tried picking fights with people. I never got into a fight, mainly because I was except for like a couple of times where this one kid came in who was fucking enormous. I was usually the biggest guy in the class. So, um, where was I? Oh yeah, and then like I'd say at the time of at 10th grade, I found out that the tough guy whole ordeal was not it.
It was.
Like I'm not getting anywhere, and things are just getting worse. I have no friends. I'm doing nothing. It's just not sick.
Yeah.
So 10th and 11th grade, I was kind of in a limbo where I was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. And then 12th grade, I kind of finally like turned shit around.
Oh, okay.
Where kind of I started like I was the beginning of me turning myself around. I started like actively trying to be nicer, making more friends. Had my first girlfriend.
There you go.
Yeah. And then I'd say when I got to college, and especially like right around time where COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
and like I had nobody around me, and I had nobody to turn back to from like
Yeah.
school, was when I realized, okay, that was the click.
That was the
I was like,
click.
I need to be a better person. And then I met y'all, I met you, and I met everybody else, and it's been cool ever since.
Damn. It's just so crazy, like how you get pushed through in life, through school and all that fun jazz, and it's like not a lot of people understand, like shit's hard.
100%.
Like the social, like the weird cliques and the social, I don't know, expectations and all that bullshit. Especially if you're like pulled around like that. Growing up, I moved around a lot. So I totally understand like the whole you don't have a best friend really. You just kind of like find a group of people you like for that year and then you move on.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, I think you're doing pretty good now.
Oh, I'm doing way better. Yeah. No, Kid Kips was something else.
Kipzs was
I was like,
so
dude, when especially elementary and middle school days. Oh my god. Well, mainly elementary school days. I was such a prick. Oh
really.
my god. I was so mean. Yeah.
I just can't see it because like you're so nice now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy, but yeah, Kid Kips was a dick. Mainly because I was living an NPC life essentially, but like a spoiled NPC's life. You know what I mean? Like the NPC that you want to punch in the face, but you never get to in the story.
Dang.
That's me. I was always like talking down to people. I was always like saying, "Oh yeah, I do this, I do that," and all that shit. And it's crazy because right now I'm like not to toot my own horn, but I'm like extremely humble these days.
I feel like
But back then I wasn't at all. I wasn't at all. It was like it was like the spoiled kid syndrome kind of thing.
yeah.
I feel like that's the thing that happens where kids like feel spoiled just naturally, especially nowadays.
I agree.
But like X10, I was
times 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So, so growing up in Korea, you went to the international school. Then you moved into the military base. So what happened after the military base? So now you're graduated, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old were you?
I
18?
went straight to yeah, 18. I went straight to college right after that. I just moved like a couple months later, or not even a month later.
So the base was in America, right? I'm assuming?
No, the base was in Korea.
Oh, so from Korea you moved to the United States.
Yep.
Dang. So so you got to tell us about that part. Come on.
Yeah, going all the way to Utah.
Utah.
I want to make games, and like I looked up the best places to be able to like learn how to make games, and like that one popped up, and like fuck it, I'll go there.
So you like literally was on your laptop. What are the best schools to make games at, like university wise?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
and it's in Utah?
Yeah. They have a whole bachelor's in science.
That's I never would have guessed that Utah. I would have thought like New York or something, or California. But it's
That's
in
where all
Utah.
the fucking. That's where all the PhDs and shit are at. That's where all the shit that,
Yeah.
the white collar jobs that people like go crazy about. That's where they go.
Mm-hmm. So you're in Utah
But
now.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so what happens in Utah? Was that another culture shock?
A bit. I mean, at that point, I was used to how people acted because I was at the base school, right? So I got like talking to a lot of American kids.
Okay,
So I
okay.
got used to American mannerisms. That wasn't a hard adjustment at all. In fact, I found it a lot easier because I could talk to the fucking people in the restaurants
Oh,
without having to put
right.
on an accent or like knowing certain words and shit. I
Yeah.
just go wherever and I can just talk to them and be like, yeah. Um, it looked weird, like the place. I never seen such wide roads in my life.
Really?
Roads are so fucking wide in the States. It's unreal. Because like, in
Huh.
Korea, you're often like winding in 2 lanes between fucking buildings and shit. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
Yeah. Because like I didn't live like by Seoul. I lived like around Seoul, so like I got like the actual city life.
So it was
It's
like
literally
sort of
2 tiny
suburban?
ass lanes that you're trying to snake through. Yeah, no, not suburb. I lived in a suburban area, but I often went into like the city
Oh,
area.
okay.
So yeah, more often than not, you're like trying to wind in like the middle of 2 tiny lanes, trying to snake past each other. And more often than not, people park on the fucking side of the road.
It's
So
yeah, Korea's crazy.
yeah, Korea traffic is crazy.
Yeah, I would never ever get a car
It's
there.
so cooked. It's so cooked, and you don't even need to.
So,
Which is a nice thing.
from military base to talking to English speakers, which is always a good thing, especially if you don't know Korean. You moved to Utah because you wanted to be a game designer, or game maker, or something like that. So, everybody who's gone to university has like a totally wild experience. It's either you party and you somehow got good grades because you're naturally intelligent, or you flunk out, or you're kind of brain dead for 4 years, or you switch degrees. There's so many stories of different degrees. So how was like your 4 years experience? Like
COVID happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
See, I was about to say it would have been all that, but then COVID happened.
So
Which
tell us,
completely
so yeah,
fucked
walk us
everything.
through your university life through COVID, because I graduated in 2017 in high school. So I was already, by the time like I was done with school and all that, COVID happened after that. So tell us how that all went down.
At first, it was all right. I had a couple of roommates. It was chill. Went to my classes. Most of them were boring as shit because I had to take a lot of preliminary classes and like not that many classes on my actual degree, unfortunately. But whatever.
So
I
it
was
was
going
like
through
math and English and stuff that was like not towards really.
Sorta. It was like a really like basic, easy math class. Like a
Okay.
really basic, easy, like a couple other things. So
Mhm.
it wasn't that bad. But yeah, then eventually COVID hit, and everyone moved out, and all the class schedules got fucked. And this whole mess happened.
So I'm assuming like kids who can go back to their parents' house or got some other housing accommodation just moved out of the dorms?
Yeah, if they like didn't have to stay there necessarily, they just went back home.
Oh, so it was an option that the university gave you.
Yeah, like
Okay.
you could just go home. Obviously, I didn't really have that option because I lived in Korea.
Right. So your parents are in Korea and you're here and COVID hit. So you're by yourself in the dorm?
Yep.
You're joking. Like you're the only kid in like the whole dorm building, or were there still
maybe like a couple other people, but I didn't fucking know them.
So let's say like a handful of kids were sparsely in the dorms in the whole building. That's what, dude, that's like abandoned building type of energy. Like, how did you?
100%.
So
how'd I deal with that?
How did you? Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't have a roommate, which is honestly probably a better thing because I hate people. But so now the whole building's sort of empty. You got maybe a handful of kids here and there in their rooms. So how did this I mean, obviously classes are probably all,
It was all
virtual.
fucked. Yeah, it was all virtual.
Virtual classes.
And then, well, obviously the whole ordeal with me meeting you.
Yeah. So we
and all that
met
stuff.
friends through COVID, yeah.
But yeah, actually, I wasn't doing good in college. I mean, I already wasn't doing that good in school.
What do you mean?
College was like, okay, there's just more school, like my classes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was the main thing. Like, I failed my programming class twice.
I mean,
because I couldn't get it. I didn't understand shit.
I literally, my freshman year at university, what was it, a Java class for programming, and the next day I submitted a form to drop out because I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. I'd say that was a really low point in my life because it was at that point that I realized I didn't know how to adult.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know how to do shit for myself at all, apart from cook.
So do you think like you were living in the military base sort of like made it worse to be independent, you think? Or because
it wasn't necessarily that. It was just a product of like how I grew up. I was always handed everything. Everything was always told, no, you would do this, that, and that. Or like, we're gonna go here. We're gonna do X, Y, and Z.
Is that another reason why you went to school, maybe for university?
Yeah, I went because I just didn't know what else to do, and there's like my parents just said, oh, yeah, that's the best option. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I was like, just kind of my life in general, and then at that point when COVID hit and I was all alone and I had like to do other shit, I realized, oh, fuck, I don't know how to do things.
Yeah, I think a lot of kids face that.
Shocker.
Not just you, and I'm not, I think you turned out great. Like, I think you overcame a whole bunch of those darker themes in life where you're just kind of lost in limbo. Like, what the hell? Especially with, like, the social pressure of, like, you go to high school, you get your diploma, and then you go straight to university. Like, especially with Asian parents and Asian culture. I don't know if your mom was, like, hounding down on you, but I know most Asian people are like, you gotta go to school after high school. There's no other
my
option.
mom did hound me on it, but it was mainly my dad that was handling it.
Interesting. So your white dad was the one who was hounding you down.
He was the one who was hounding me about school and stuff. I mean, obviously my mom had a lot of similar opinions, but it was him who was like doing stuff like grounding me and telling me to do X, Y, and Z and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, my relationship with parents was a bit rocky overall when I was growing up, especially once I got to the base school, because it was that point that I starting to get the glimpses of maturing.
How old
I started
were you?
Questioning life. Like, I don't know, 16. Like around freshman year is when I started having that like light bulb moment where I'm like thinking about life. I'm like, wait, why the fuck am I doing this?
Yep. It's called puberty too. The hormones turn on and you're like, what the hell?
It's like, what's going on? Why does she look so hot? Why do I hate schools all of a sudden?
Yeah, why do I hate my parents? Like everything is awful.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is weird.
Yep.
And the fact that my grades weren't doing that good, because obviously, I mean, I was doing all right, pretty good in school, but once freshman year hit and I started like maturing and like having these thoughts about other stuff, is when my grades started to drop a little bit. And then the rule was, if I got a C or below, he's taking stuff away.
See, that's wild because
that was the bottom line. If I got a C or below in any of my classes, he's taking stuff away.
And what were these things? Like things like maybe like your phone
my
or
computer,
like
my phone. Yeah. One time he even threatened me with like deciding what I can and can't wear.
No.
Yeah, he didn't actually go through with that, but he threatened it.
Your dad was in the military, correct?
Was long time ago.
Do you
but
think
he went
like
out and became a contractor?
Do you think that maybe altered his like personality with being so strict? Or do you think he's just always been wired that way?
I don't know. I think it was just a matter of him not really knowing how to interact with me very much. Because I noticed that especially recently, he's been a lot more of a caring person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Recently, our relationship's gotten a lot better, but I think it was just the fact that we spent so much time in the
Mm-hmm.
same roof, under the same roof, yet knew so little about each other.
Isn't that crazy how detached some of these parents are to their own child? I mean, I can totally relate. Like, my household was the opposite. My mom, the Asian tiger mom, was the ruler of our house. And, like, her word was law. Like, just like your dad. Like, if things were gonna happen, it was gonna happen in her way. And it's so crazy to me. Like, you birthed me, but you know nothing of me. And my relationship with her only changed, like, when I turned 20. You know?
Yeah, that happened with me pretty recently too.
Yep.
I'd say it happened a bit earlier, like well, about the same time, yeah. Because I was when like COVID hit, and I had to figure out how to adult, and I had nobody else to turn to.
So, your parents are younger, I think. Do you think?
No, fuck no.
I thought.
My dad's old as shit. He's in his late 50s. My
Oh,
mom's
that's
in her
not.
early 40s.
That's not old. My parents are in their mid 50s.
I mean, yeah, but you're older than me, so
That's
makes
true
sense, I
too.
guess.
It's just funny how you said like recently your relationship with your dad got better, because it's just wild, because when I was in my early 20s, my relationship with like my mom got better. And I think it's just
Mhm.
a part of like the parents' mentality is like they kind of realize like how fucked up they ran things, and they have a lot of regrets. And I don't
It was
understand.
also the fact that I'm their first kid.
Right, you are the firstborn, just like
First,
me.
first kid and only kid of my dad's. So
Yup. I don't know. I think when they hit their like after they turn 50, something clicks in their brain. Like they go through like a maybe their midlife crisis, puberty, because yeah, me and my mom and my parents, like we're like super close now, and it was never, I don't think it was like, they were always just parental figures. They weren't like super close to me, if that makes sense.
mhm.
So it's just so funny to like hear that from you, where you and your dad's relationship just got better all of a sudden. It's like weird how, I don't know if it's like their age or what, but I'm happy for you, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm happy for you too, Nuna.
Thank you. So Utah University grades were kind of slipping, which is
I was failing
normal.
classes. And the craziest shit was
Mm-hmm.
there was like a year at least where I was like not in any class. I wasn't doing any of my work and I was just staying there.
I felt that.
I don't know how that worked, but I was just there
I feel
for
like
a year.
because of the whole COVID shit, the administrators and the staff, I think they lost kids. Like, I don't think they were keeping up with who's in what dormitory. You know what I'm talking about?
I think they were just busy trying to figure out how to do the university in the middle of COVID.
Right, during a pandemic. So I think a couple kids got swept under the rug.
Yes,
Like,
I was literally chillaxing in the fucking dormitory for like a year
with
without
no.
doing any of my class. Not
That's.
literally not doing anything. I woke up, I gamed, I ate, and that's it.
Honestly, I say that's a dub.
It is a bit of a dub, but my mental
Honestly,
state wasn't a dub in that period. I was so
yeah,
oof, it was rough.
it was a dark time. But at least
Yeah.
you had to, like, you didn't have to go to class for a year. You know?
I legit did nothing.
That's so crazy
I
how they
didn't do
lost
shit.
you.
I just mooched in the dorms.
Wait, okay, so my big question after this is like, okay, so you had at least shelter. How did you eat?
DoorDash.
Door. So okay, so were your parents sending you money so you can
Yeah, they
survive?
were.
Okay, at
They
least
were.
you were getting money to survive, because how awful would it have been if you were just in the dorms with no food and you just had to, like, I don't even know.
Yeah. It was also bad because like I was when I during that I was like so scared of like life that I wouldn't even talk to my parents for like that year, most of it.
Yeah, I can see it being like a really iffy time, you know?
So like yeah, I'm grateful that they decided to just like continue sending me money
That is,
even though
I'm
I was doing all
so
that.
so thankful your parents just kept you alive, because it was like
Yeah.
survival, you know? It's like the Hunger Games, you got sponsors, you know, you got money.
Yeah.
And so okay, so during COVID, you stayed in your dorm. You pretty much got lost in the system, right? The admins and
Pretty
the
much.
staff. You're lost in the Matrix for a year.
I was literally just existing.
Spider Queen? Wow, am I glad I missed college COVID. Honestly, I'm so thankful.
You dodged a fucking ballistic missile. It's not even a bullet. It's a ballistic missile, dude.
Like,
college COVID was ass.
And I heard kids not being able to graduate properly. I'd be so upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're there for 4 years, and you have a virtual graduation.
Yeah, that is cooked.
So, okay. COVID. Your parents were your Hunger Games sponsors, literally. They were sending you money so you can eat. Did you tell them about your situation, or you were just like getting the money to just kind of survive, you know?
I was radio silent for the most part.
I would have been too. Really,
it was only at the end of it where they told me I had to move out. Like the school told me, finally, like the system caught up to me and I had to move out.
Oh shit!
Where, like I had no idea what to do. I hadn't done anything.
Uh-huh.
Where I finally like talked to them like legit.
So you pretty much, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, yeah, school's great, mom and dad. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. Thank you so much for the money. I'm eating great, thank you. And then that would have been it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So okay, I'm a big back. I love food. Okay, so what were you buying on DoorDash? Because that's like, how many days of DoorDash?
I was all fast food. I'm being legit. I ate like shit.
Okay. What were like your most number one ordered foods during COVID? Did you have preferences?
I could check. Where's my phone? I could check actually. Let me check my.
Dude, the one thing I will never do is go on DoorDash and see my order history, because then you add up the numbers and you realize
I spent so much.
Thousands.
Yeah. No, legit. If I were to guess, it would either be Chick-fil-A or McDonald's.
The attaboy.
McDonald's because it's dirt cheap, and Chick-fil-A because it's actually pretty good.
Yep, dude. This is why you're my younger brother. This is why you're my brother from another mother, because my top 2 fast foods would be McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. That's crazy.
Yeah, some Pizza Huts in there as well.
You have to add a little bit of pizza. You gotta add a little bit of, Popeyes. There you go.
I had Wendy's a couple of times. I tried that out. A lot of Pizza Huts I'm seeing. Oh yeah, I ordered from some like Korean barbecue places.
Okay.
I missed home.
Yeah.
Oh, remember this one, Blaze of Thunder. It was Nashville hot chicken. That shit was actually pretty good.
Damn.
Oh, this place where I got the kimchi fried rice and the kimbap.
Oh my goodness. You're so lucky. In Utah, you had like Korean restaurants.
It was actually good. It was expensive, but it was good.
Spider Queen goes, I know Little Caesars was a staple. Dude, Little Caesars is the
A
goat.
couple of times. It's so cheap.
Dude, tell me why Little Caesars has been like
it exists cheap? Because broke kids like us buy that shit.
Dude, but Little Caesars is so freaking good. For what reason, dude? There's like 3 ingredients on there. Tell me why?
Dude, the cheese garlic bread is the play.
Dude.
The cheese garlic bread is the play.
Just ordering a fucking Little Caesars pepperoni and just eating the whole thing by myself in one sitting.
I did that. I ate entire pizzas.
Spider Queen says it's fucking gross pizza, but it's food. Listen.
It's not that bad.
I think it's great. I mean,
I think it's better than Domino's.
Yeah, I don't like Domino's. It's like Domino's. Papa John's and Little Caesars.
We really are siblings. What the fuck? We don't like Domino's.
Little Caesars is the backbone of the pizza lovers, because where was Papa John's at when you had like $7 in your pocket? You know what I mean?
Dude, exactly. Where the fuck else can you get pizza for sub $10?
Exactly. Now you see a large pizza on like Domino's, $20-some. How?
Yikes.
And Little Caesars was always piping hot for me. It was hot and ready to go.
It was hot and ready.
Yes, sir.
And you can count on them for that shit. It was hot and it was ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And when was the last time you had it? I had Little Caesars like maybe like a couple months ago.
You know what? I'll get a Little Caesars tonight. Bet.
You're gonna order Little Caesars for tonight. That's crazy. Talvin the Mothman. When I was living on my own, I lived off of McDonald's, Nuggets, and Domino's. Staple right there. That's the backbone too.
True. Dude, McDonald's. No, the play for me was you get the hot chicken Sammys.
Hot chicken Sammys?
Yes, because they were literally dirt cheap. You get 3 for like $5 or some shit.
You can't get that now, though.
Nah, not really, no.
Times have changed.
The hot chicky Sammys, dirt cheap.
Dude, I'm so hungry.
And if I woke up early enough, sausage egg McMuffin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, the breakfast. Tell me why fast food breakfast is like so good.
Dude, McDonald's breakfast is so good. I mean, it's the best. If they sold breakfast like all the time, it's over.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'd be craving like just breakfast food in the middle of the night, like 9 p.m. hits, dinner time. I don't want a Big Mac. Maybe I want a freaking bacon biscuit, egg and cheese with a fucking coffee. And yup.
The hash browns is the best part.
Dude, I can talk about food just for hours. Anyways, so that was your staple. So your staple was
just door dashing fast food most of the time.
Door dashing fast food for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Did your parents ever question how much this cost, or did they expect it to be this much?
Oh, they did a couple of times, but then they figured, okay, he's just gonna be radio silent, so whatever. We'll wait until he talks. I guess. I think that's what they went with.
So they kind of
I was spending an absurd amount of money on that. I'll never do it ever again.
I mean, okay, realistically though, like a person on DoorDash, it's about what, $25 maybe, $20 a person.
Yeah.
And you like multiply, so you have to eat like 7 days a week,
every day,
right?
7 days a week. I only ate once though, so 20 times 7, that's about $140 a week.
Ugh. And then you multiply that by what? Like that's like what I mean, on average $400, $500 a month.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Ugh. Sickening, isn't it? It's sickening. But I mean, at the same time, what the hell were you supposed to do? You were trapped in your dorm room. Okay.
Well, I went to there's like a cafeteria like nearby. But like you only can eat so much from there, right?
Was it still open?
Yeah.
You're joking. So the cafeteria
at first it wasn't. But then later on they started like opening up a little bit.
Okay.
To where basically you can't like get the food on your own. You have to like ask them to get the food for you and then you pick it up.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
but when I was eating with the cafeteria, I was not eating enough. I lost so much weight. It was enough to my mom to notice.
Oh no! And when your mom notices, that means you like lost a whole bunch of. Oh my goodness! What the hell?
She was not happy.
Thank you for the follow. I hate peasants. I love the username.
That's sick.
I hate peasants. It's so based.
That's a base username right there. That's sick.
Oh my goodness. So, okay. So, COVID hit, you're in university. For about a whole year, you're in the Matrix ordering DoorDash. Thousands of dollars probably that year.
Yeah.
So, what happens? So, what happens after this?
When I had to move out.
Also, when they were forced to move out, or did they...
Basically, yeah. They said, okay, either you dip or,
take your classes
in the streets. Yeah. No, either you like you missed the window to sign up for housing. So goodbye.
Yikers. Okay.
You better figure something out, and you better move up by this date.
Oh no.
That was when I was pretty scared.
I mean, yeah.
But eventually, my dad and I found a apartment that was all right.
Okay.
That I could go to. Unfortunately, it didn't open for another month, so I had to stay in a hotel for a month.
Oh my, dude, you really just like put your your parents through some sort of. I don't even know.
It was bad, yeah. Luckily, my parents make fucking bank. Or my dad, I don't know. My dad's never said we had issues with money.
That's good.
So
That's super
yeah,
good.
even through that, apparently.
That's crazy because, I mean, imagine being parents and then all of a sudden, like, your kid's getting kicked out of the university. You gotta find housing and you can't. So for a month, you gotta, like, put them in a hotel. I'd be
Well, no,
so
we found a
stressed out.
house. It just didn't open for like. Well, we found an apartment. It just didn't open for another month because the guy was still there and like his contract ended like at that time. So I just had
Damn.
to stay. So I just had to stay somewhere else for a little bit. I tried going to the university again because they opened
Okay.
back up. Kind of, we started having like in-person classes, but once again, I just could not get in the groove of things.
Yeah. No, I
I
get
was
it.
like looking at the shit that I was learning. I'm like, I just don't. My brain was like, no, we're not.
I feel like I feel like this is the issue with like parents forcing you guys to go to university and college so quickly that you go in and you sort of have an idea of what you want to do, but then your dreams and your hopes all go to shit because
Yeah,
reality
you
hits
have this
you.
dream, and then like you actually do this stuff, and it's like nothing what you expect, and you end up like not liking what you're doing.
Exactly. Then you get burnt out and then now you have debt if you like leave without, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's so stressful and like I totally get why kids go through some dark times through school because what the fuck, you
Yeah,
know?
100%.
And especially after COVID, things got so much more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So so you moved to the hotel for a month and then you finally moved into your apartment. So how was that experience?
Apartment was lit.
Oh,
I
okay.
love that fucking place. I love the apartment.
So was it like just
You remember it?
just like a one bedroom, two bedroom
Yeah, one
apartment?
bedroom, one living room, one like bathroom, had a kitchen.
Damn. So you were there
It was
for
like
how long?
I was there for a year.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you went to the apartment. School wasn't working out. So what was your what happened then?
Went to
Because
a different school.
oh.
Yeah, so I dipped out of the University of Utah,
Mhm.
and then I took an online school from Full Sail, which is over in Florida.
Okay.
They had their own unique video game program. So actually, they split into three:
Okay.
game development, game design, and game art.
Okay.
Those are three ones. Um, and I tried game art, which was a huge mistake. I should have gone with game design because, um, actually, when I was talking to the guy who was helping me get processed into that new school, he
Uh-huh.
said, "I think you'd be a great fit for game design because of how much passion you have for it and stuff."
Mhm.
I was like, "I bet." But then one day I just decided to change it to game art
Okay.
because I find that I don't do a lot of art, but I can like realize something is good art and I can like point out certain details and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I thought because of that I'd fit in.
Mhm.
But then once I like actually got into the deep end of the classes and got into like modeling,
Yeah.
like 3D modeling and stuff and texture mapping, I'm like, I hate this. This is not it. This is not
Dang.
fun. And that's really my biggest issue is I hate the processes of a lot of stuff, but I like the end results. So it's just kind of this thing.
Okay.
So I tried that out for a year, actually longer than when I was in the apartments.
Mhm.
Actually, after the apartments, my dad, since I was going to this online school, my dad was like, okay, there's no point in you living in this apartment. Just come back. I'm like,
So
I
you
bet.
moved back to
So
Korea.
back to Korea, yeah. And then I stayed doing the university stuff for a little while until I eventually started getting burnt out. And then that's when I had my second, like, oh shit, life crisis thing. I'm like, I'm not doing good in college. What is there for me now?
Yeah.
And then eventually I had talked to my dad, and he was like, okay, best option is going in the military because I have no work experience. So where the fuck else am I supposed to go?
Damn. So
I have no work experience. I have not a lot of money. Not even my money. It was money that my parents gave me so I could survive.
yeah. So school didn't work out. That's okay. So you went to the military, which I feel like a lot of people do.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
So is that where you're at now?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So how's that going for you?
Fucking great. Especially now that I figure myself out more as a person.
Yeah.
I'm being chilling.
That's awesome, honestly.
Okay, it's kind of trash here a little bit, but that's another topic.
What? Okay, so what are the pros and cons so far? Because you've been, how long have you been there?
3 months, 4 months. Just
How's
in
that?
training. I'm not even like actually like doing my job. I'm just training.
So how's the training part of it going?
And it's going all right so far. It's just been a lot of tests, but soon I'll be able to like actually learn my job, hopefully.
How exciting!
Hmm.
That's crazy. That this is what you're doing now.
Yep. I don't plan on making it my career though.
Oh, okay, okay. It's just something.
This is just so I have a job that I can work. It makes good money once I'm out though,
Yeah.
as well. It's one of the few careers in the military where you can actually like make quite a lot of money once you're out of the service. On top of all the benefits you get from being in the military.
So what's your job title, I guess?
It's called Cyber Transport Systems.
Oh.
Basically, I'm a network admin.
Network
That's what I do. Yep.
Do you like it? So, I mean, you haven't really got into it yet, have you?
Yeah, like I said, it's just all been multiple choice tests, so I don't fucking know. But it's the last couple things have been pretty interesting, so hopefully I get into it once I actually start learning my job.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Nuna.
That's so crazy how you can be lost for years and then out of nowhere. This is why I think like kids should not go to like university and make such a big financial decision until they're like at least.
Shit, if when I get kids, I'm not telling them to go to university. I'm telling them to go to a trade school.
Yeah.
The tables have turned.
The tables have definitely turned, and I
Dude,
feel like
the blue collar jobs make bank, and they will continue to make bank.
Yep. Yep.
Everyone needs them, and now they're going away because old people keep telling their kids to not do the shit and do the white collar jobs because it makes more money. It's always made more money in their life. So,
See,
you know.
Trade school for the win, Spider Queen, 100%. I'm
exactly. Yeah.
technically blue.
No, do not. Yeah, don't even like consider college. College is a lie. Unless you're going for a PhD, don't even bother.
Unless you literally know that you're academically very good.
Yeah, or unless you like know like the degree would like legit is necessary. Like I said, for a PhD, like if you want to get into medical or something like that,
Yep.
or like maybe into law school, then like yeah, sure, go for it. But for like anything else, if you just like if you don't know specifically what you want to do with your life and you just want a job, trade school. It's easy bank.
Yep. That's so cool. Spider Queen's an electrician. They make money.
There you go. Easy clap.
Honestly. So, damn. Okay. The military. You're gonna be a cyber... What was it called again?
Cyber Transport Systems.
Cyber Transport Systems. That's super cool. But you said it's not gonna be your career?
No, I don't plan on making it my career.
Okay.
And maybe if I like the job enough, but I don't really plan on it. I have a lot of other shit that I want to do.
Yeah. And I feel like we got time, you know?
Yeah, I'm still young as shit. I'm 23.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I got a lot of shit I still want to do with my life before I'm old and I can't do things.
Right now is the chance. Time now. So...
I'm giving myself a big buffer too. I'm putting my cutoff at like 40, 45 even.
It's what?
That's like when I'm being like, all right, I can't really be, I'm not at the age where I can like really do a whole lot with myself.
I feel like 40s is still pretty good though. I think 50s...
It's pretty good, but it's, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not 40. I don't know a lot of people who are 40, so.
I'm excited to be a little older. I feel like there's just each age bracket, totally different ballpark. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shit, from 18 to now, I've like changed more than I ever have in my entire life.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of crazy.
That's why, like, don't go to school until you're a little bit later in your years, because what the hell?
Yeah, on God, like there's guys that I've gone through basic training with who are in their 30s.
Damn. See? I feel like that's smarter.
It is, 100%.
So, little Kips. Yeah. Now you're settled down. Would you say your mental health is better?
Oh, leagues better.
See, that makes me so happy. I love hearing this. I love hearing stuff like this. I love personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what that route might be, whatever that journey might look like, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and like that's why nowadays I have a lot more of a nonchalant attitude, but it's more like don't worry too much about problems that you have going on. Because
Amen.
because like even a person only a decade older than you has had a million more problems than you.
Yep.
Some of them probably way worse,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still fine. So like
Exactly.
there's obviously some like very niche situations where like okay they could be life or death situations, but for the vast majority of the part, you'll be fine. Just as long as you have friends.
Amen.
That's the big
Honestly.
thing. As long as you have friends. Because
Like,
I'm gonna be honest, if it weren't for you, Nuna, and like all the other people I've met, I don't know what I'd be doing. I don't know where I'd be, who I'd be talking to. Nothing. I don't know.
damn. And it puts it into perspective, like, you gotta really choose and pick, and it's okay to be picky on how you form your bubble. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your mental health. You gotta make sure you're taken care of. And I feel like that is also affected by who is surrounding you.
Well, for me, it's more being a more open-minded person.
Uh-huh.
Because the more open-minded you are, like just naturally, the more people you meet, and naturally, the more friends you'll make.
Right, right.
Like that's kind of been my mentality. Because being closed-minded and like untrustworthy of most people, that won't do you any good for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're just naturally like that, I mean, that can't be helped. But
Try to branch out.
life gets better when you like know people
I
and
totally agree.
you can trust them, and you can talk to them at any time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like you share your life experiences and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that, honestly. All right. So moving on. So we talked quite a bit about you, sort of like your upbringing, your background.
My fucking, you remember Draw My Life? Remember that? The whole trend that went on in YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we basically did that for me.
Somebody's just got to animate it with stick
Oh, Christ.
figures. That'd be so funny. All right.
That'd be funny, yeah.
So Kips,
Yes.
let's move on to like. So we talked about your life. We talked about a little bit about you. Let's talk more about the real you. Like, what are some of your hobbies? I know you got a lot.
They don't.
I feel like you do.
No, I don't have hobbies. I have interests.
Okay. Hobbies
Yeah.
/ interests.
I mean, obviously, I play video games. I've been playing since I was like little 4 or 5 years old with my little Game Boy.
Oh my god, the Game Boy. Shut up.
Yeah, sitting over on sitting over at the fucking bench at the laundromat.
Oh my god.
With my little Game Boy. I forgot what I was playing even on that thing. It's been so long.
Pokemon. It's gotta be Pokemon.
Probably, I don't know. I know when I graduated the DS, it was Pokemon.
Damn. Okay. So, video games obviously is a big one. I feel like I don't meet a lot of people who don't game anymore. Like, gaming has become such like
God.
And I love it because back then
And I was, yeah.
back then when you say you're a gamer, people like give you a stink eye, like, oh, you're a nerd, you're a geek.
I feel like I was in like the perfect, where I was like the oldest people where that kind of hobby wouldn't be considered weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like everyone did it. She had my first crush. We played we played Pokemon on the bus together, on the way to school.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
For real.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, that's everyone games. I mean, I guess I could get into what I play, but I'm a weird person. I play weird games, so.
Okay, but so what are some of the like broad, like maybe some games that people might know?
I played Team Fortress 2 back in the day.
Damn, I feel like that's
I
such a
played
like
the
a.
hell out of that.
Why is every guy that I've like talked to have played that game?
Because it's an FPS that's dumb and silly. That's why. That's literally why. It's an FPS that's just dumb and silly.
That's very valid. That's very what?
It was also made by Valve, who are the goats of video games. So there's that.
Team Fortress 2. That's crazy.
I'm guessing your dad played it.
He might have.
Probably. If he's a true OG gamer.
Yeah, maybe actually. So, you like video games. So you like TFT, obviously the Game Boys. Hi, Rennie. Welcome. What are some other games?
I played League when I was in freshman year.
Oh my god. Why is this such like
the
male lore?
That didn't help with me being a toxic person.
Honestly, it's a rite of passage, I think.
Yeah. And then actually backtracking a little bit, growing up like post DS and Game Boy era was the Xbox 360 era, and I played like every Halo.
Oh.
And like every Gears of War and like all the Call of Duties.
You've unlocked core memories because when Xbox 360 did not exist, it was literally the Xbox.
Yeah.
It was just called the Xbox. I remember.
It's weird that the Xbox was so niche, and then the Xbox 360 is the one that everyone knows and loves.
Exactly, but like
when someone talks Xbox, that is what they're talking about.
But the Xbox that I know, it was just called the Xbox, and
it looks so different too.
I think it laid flat.
Yeah, it laid like an old PlayStation.
Yep. It was just called the Xbox. I know my dad had to go to a pretty popular city like 2 hours away to get it, because back then, I mean, the computer that he was using was like a box. You know what I mean? Back in the day, like this was like 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
So that was that. So whenever he brought home the Xbox, it was like a piece of alien techware to us. We were like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I remember my mom getting so upset because, she was typical Asian. Video games are bad for you. You need to be learning math. But my dad was like, fuck that. Dude, some games that I remember off the bat, just real quick. Destroy All Humans.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
Dude. That's probably why me and my sister are like fucked up in the head, because we were killing humans in a
you were busy killing everyone as aliens.
Killing people at the tender age of like 7. Halo 2? Halo 2 was the OG game for me and my sister.
That was the one I didn't play, though. The one Halo game I didn't play was Halo 2.
Oh my god, you have
I played every single other one. No, I played it recently, actually.
Oh.
It's alright.
Oh.
Pretty good.
I mean, Tony Hawk. I know me and my sister played.
I never played any like skating or sports games or whatever. Racing games too, I never played those.
Off the record, if the FBI is listening to this, don't. I don't understand how my dad burned like 50 games onto one CD, because we had a list of games that were like downloaded into the console, but it ranged from like the basketball game. I forget the brand.
Wasn't 2K, right?
Is that what they call it, 2K?
That's what the official like EA basketball games are. 2K.
Oh. Then it must have been one of those. It had to have been one of those. I remember that game. I mean, it ranged from like ice hockey, golfing, to like Destroy All Humans, Tony Hawk Skater. It just like was a plethora of like really random games. I think GTA San Andreas was on there, and I got my.
Oh my god.
Need for Speed, Burnout. Burnout 3.
Started on GTA San Andreas.
Dude, I remember going past a hooker or something, and they were swearing and shit. My dad goes, "What the hell are you playing?" And I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. They said swear words. I got caught. What the hell?
That's how I was too.
It's so funny how we
Call of Duty or whatever.
We have like the same life experiences, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. Like you getting caught doing naughty things on a video game, and then your parents or grandparents or whatever keep walking in on you.
Now, you remember GTA San Andreas? This is the craziest shit. I was like 8 or something. I was playing GTA San Andreas, and I got to the fucking sex minigame.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
See, my game got snatched away before I could even, do that.
No, it's because this was in the Philippines. I went to a PC bung.
Oh my god.
I went to a PC cafe. I played GTA San Andreas.
That's crazy. I played COD multiplayer with my dad. That's incredible. My dad is an OG gamer.
Speaking of PC Bung, that's PC Cafe. That's where I did a lot of my game when I was in the Philippines.
Oh,
And
really?
like because it was literally like a couple doors down.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I went there so often,
And
and I
I feel
played
like it's
like
cheap.
yeah, I played the original Dota.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
yeah, I played the original Dota when it was like a mod on Warcraft 3,
Oh my god.
and I also played Counter Strike Source.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's like the OG Counter Strike.
What the heck?
Yeah, or one of the OGs. The OG one is 1.6, but Source is like kind of afterwards a little bit.
Okay.
It's still like basically the same ish game. Anything else? Oh, there was one game that was kind of like Counter Strike, but not really. It's like one of those cheap Asian copies called Crossfire.
That's incredible. Honestly, I'm so happy you had that experience with like a bootleg version of something.
Still do, but you know.
Damn.
um, what else?
So games. So
What the fuck was I playing when I was like later years of high school? I was playing like random games.
you probably still play League, maybe.
A little bit, but I played like other stuff too. It was also the time where I got my like computer stuff taken away, so I couldn't really game that much.
Damn.
Side note, that was also when I really got into fucking Discord roleplay. That's a whole can of worms.
I feel like that had the energy of like if you weren't groomed on Kick growing up, did you really have like a childhood? Like were you really living? It had the same energy. Like you had a phase where you were role playing on Discord.
Yeah, I straight up ERP'd.
At what age?
On
Do
Discord.
I want to know?
Shit. Do you?
Moving on. Oh my god, Kuyuri. In the chat goes, what a king. Donald goes, what a king.
Of course he does.
More power to you, I say.
Nah, I met some hotties, bro. Anyways. Where were we? Oh, yeah. So after that, VR chat, obviously. Met you, obviously. And then we played Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, no, that was like our thing for like during COVID years too.
Yeah, we played the fuck out of that. I still do.
I mean, if
I bought Dantra. I don't know about you, but I bought Dantra.
I haven't yet because I haven't finished Endwalker.
No.
Listen. I'm gonna get back into it.
I know you got all kinds of other shit to do.
I mean, yeah, working full time. Today was my 7th day in a row to work, so yikes. I'm dying. Anyways, haven't finished Endwalker. Crazy. You know what, Callie? Take your opinions and shove it, because I'm busy. All right. Anyways, Kip. So, do you play any games like regularly now?
I play Mordhau.
Oh, any Chivalry?
Nah, I played Chivalry 2, but Chivalry 1 is dead as fuck.
Damn.
I've been kind of on and off, honestly. I haven't really been finding much to play recently. Just kind of waiting for stuff to come out.
Yeah, I get that. So,
like, there's a new Gears of War. There's new Gears of War.
What's it called?
The Gears of War was the shit.
I remember playing Gears of War. I think
it's 2? Like a prequel. They're making a prequel.
Damn.
Yeah, has all like the OG characters.
I played that shit when I was like in middle school on my friend's Xbox, and we all had like controllers.
Have you ever seen multiplayer gameplay of Gears of War?
I don't think
it is. It is a whole. It's a whole different game.
Is it still split screen or is it like?
No, I mean like multiplayer, like PvP.
Oh shit!
It's so crazy. Like you're not taking cover and like shooting over it and stuff. You're abusing the animation system, and you are matrix sliding in and out of like walls and stuff to try to dodge shotgun shots until you can like one shot them.
That sounds stressful. See, I'm in my my chill game era.
I'm like, yo, I can't.
I couldn't do the PvP, dude. That would give me so much stress.
Oh, there's that one game, Expedition 33. It's like a Western, like French-inspired kind of Persona style game.
Huh?
No, you should look at the trailer. It looks so fucking good.
Expedition
33. And then also there's the new Doom game.
Oh yeah, the new Doom game.
Doom the Dark Age. It looks so sick. And also obviously the new Monster Hunter. You should play the new Monster Hunter.
I need to play the first one with you again and finish it or get some progress in. And then
at this point I don't give a fuck about that one.
Oh my god. We'll just jump right
Besides I bought that for you.
Exactly, that's why I want to play it.
I mean, if you really want to, we can, but you know, I'm not splitting hairs over it. I'm really looking forward more to the new one. It looks so good.
Monster Hunter Rising, is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
All I remember with Monster Hunter is like you have your little cat pal.
Wilds is the new one.
Wilds is the new one? Damn.
Yeah, you ride a little dinosaur.
Oh my.
Yeah, you ride a little dino guy.
So it's Monster Hunter World, then Rise, then Wilds. That's crazy.
Dawn and I played a lot of Rise.
Really?
Yeah, that game's fun.
I need to get back into gaming. I've just been...
You're busy with work, so...
The unfortunate thing is, like, working outside all day, and then you come home, and then all you want to do is just watch a couple episodes of anime, and then go to bed early. It sucks.
What have you been watching?
Kaiju number 8.
Oh, I've heard of that. I've been watching much anime recently.
Kipzs, if you're gonna start any anime right now, just forget all about all the other ones. Fuck everything else. You have to watch Kaiju number 8. You will love it. Add that to your Crunchyroll list right now if you haven't, because what the hell?
I don't have a Crunchyroll list, but it looks pretty cool. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Fuck it. I'm reading more like Korean manhwa than I am like watching anime.
Okay, that's a good vibe too.
Yeah, actually, I should check if they updated any chapters.
I used to be on this webtoon binge, reading all the webtoons I can.
Let me see. I'm reading 4.
4?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for new chapters on all of them.
See, this is why when I find out a new hype anime that's just coming out, I'm not gonna watch it every week for episodes.
Yeah, Kaiju. Then you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the episode.
Exactly,
to come
but
it's agony.
Listen, but Kaiju number 8 is so worth the wait, though.
I watched Solo Leveling.
See, Solo Leveling was good. I stopped watching it. I dropped it after like maybe 4 or 5 episodes because I've seen these themes before.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
It's pretty well anime, but from looking at the manhwa art, it doesn't do the manhwa art justice.
Oh, is the manhwa art better?
Supposedly, it's like really fucking good.
Hold on, let me see. It's what is it?
Yeah, Sung Jinwoo looks like a Giga Chad. Oh my god, he looks so different.
You're joking.
Nah, he looks like a complete Giga Chad.
Let me search this manhwa. Yeah, why they animate him like that then?
I don't know.
I feel like his features are like more pointy. And then they animated him and it's like a generic.
Yeah, like look at the lighting is so generic when the lighting in the manhwa was so much better. Yeah. No, the lighting is what I notice. Because the lighting in the manhwa is so different. That's cooked. Anyways, speaking of anime, I grew up watching. My taste in anime is trash. You know what I grew up watching?
What were like?
I watched Ecchi Harem. That's what I watched.
What?
Tits. Lots of tits.
As a child?
Middle school.
See, like dude, middle school kids. This is why I'm fearful. I'm not fearful of the male high schoolers. I'm fearful for the male middle schoolers because what the hell? They're goblins. They're little gremlins.
You know the first anime I ever watched?
What was your first ever anime?
Second season of To Love Ru.
To Love Ru? What's that?
Tits.
Bro.
That's what it is. It's a fucking self-insert of a guy, basically, who like gets all these bitches. That's what it is.
So it's like a harem anime or harem?
Yeah. Yeah, legit. It's like one of the OGs. Alongside High School DxD, which I also watched.
High School DxD, damn. I feel like
High School DxD was actually good though. Like I will stand on that hill.
There's plot, you know what I mean? There's
High School DxD was great. I loved it. No, To Love Ru is trash. Hot trash.
You know, I think it's like a rite of passage. Everybody goes through like the most cursed.
Yeah, a rite of passage, the most degenerate anime taste ever. Dude. I know if you show me a fucking edgy harem anime, there's a good chance I know what it is.
Yo, you were going wild back then.
I watched so many. Infinite Stratos. I watched that too.
I don't know any of these names because I've never.
There's like 2 spin-off shows that like are the exact same concept as Infinite Stratos, but like a teeny bit different. 3 even.
Oh yeah, my 3. God.
No, that was my anime taste growing up. I think it's kind of ruined me because now I look at shows and I'm just like, I don't really feel like watching this all that much.
Honestly, my degenerate anime growing up was Diabolic Lovers. I remember that one. How cursed that one is. Don't.
Hold on, let's see this.
Dude, what the hell was I thinking? I was also in middle school, I think. Other than like Sailor Moon.
No, I understand.
Yeah, you get it.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I got it. I know
I
would watch this.
And during middle school, I mean, other than like the old school, like I don't even consider Pokemon or Sailor Moon really. Like those are just like OG shit. But like the first animes that I've ever watched in middle school was like Ouran Host Club, Maid-sama.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, you get the gist.
Yeah, I get the gist. I haven't watched those, but I know a lot about them.
Yup. So that's what I grew up on. Not any ecchi harem animes, unfortunately.
Nah, I was watching all the degenerate shit.
You know what? More power to you.
Maybe I should watch like actually good shows. I should start doing that instead of like looking for a game to play. I should start just watching anime and like acquiring better taste.
What's your most cursed anime, you think?
I don't fucking know. They're all pretty fucking cursed, depending on how you look at it. It's just all tits.
Alvin the Mothbag goes, watch some of those reverse harems. They can be wholesome or downright wild. Remember?
Oh, Monster Musume? One. No, I watched that, yeah. Same. I watched that like 3 times. Yeah. No, I watched that like 3 times, yeah.
Oh, what was the one that you were gonna say?
Fucking, I forgot what it was called. Oh yeah, Kiss Him, Not Me.
Kiss what?
Kiss Him, Not Me.
Kiss Him, Not Me, okay.
It's legit good. I loved it. I thought it was fucking great.
What's it about?
It's about this girl who used to be like fat and unattractive, and then she like
loses weight or something.
Yeah, she lost a hell of weight, and now these like 4 guys. Is it 4? No, it's 5 guys and this one other girl are thirsting over her. No, 4 guys, 1 girl.
Damn. See, that's kind of fucked up though. Like, why did the hero form after
You know the hilarious thing is? The hilarious thing is?
What?
She is a fujoshi. You know what that is?
No.
She likes BL.
Boys love?
Yeah. And now all these guys are going after her. But she just can't stop shipping them instead.
That's wild.
I loved it. I thought it was fucking great. I loved it. Cause like it's so good. Cause there's a couple plot points where it's so good too, like in the midst of the funny shit.
I'm taking note. I mean, it is a little fucked up though to think about like this harem situation happened because she lost weight, but
oh, don't worry, they tackled it later.
Oh.
No, yeah, they do. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay,
Of course, but
okay.
they tackle it later.
Okay. Okay, so some of your interests and hobbies would be anime watching, video games. Are there any
Yeah.
other interests of yours?
Well, I am very into medieval weapons and armor.
Honestly, hell yeah. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like, okay, recently I've been getting out of the medieval era and I've been more getting into the Renaissance period because I find that stuff interesting.
So we're moving up in the, what is it? The time spectrum?
This would be like the 1600s,
And
1500s, 1600s,
medieval was what time period? Like the
1400s and below.
Okay, so we're moving up on the time scale here.
Because it's like involves like arm plate, like knight plate armor. Yeah.
Okay.
But they also have guns.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is the Renaissance era.
Yep. They now have this new cool thing called the gun.
Damn.
And they're figuring out ways to use it.
So there were
and to make it better.
So what about the Renaissance do you like? Is it just like the aesthetic? Is it like
Oh, it's definitely the aesthetic, dude.
Aesthetic?
The armors are gorgeous. Like gorgeous. So what they do sometimes is they etch it. So they use like an acid and then they like etch all this like just incredible detail, like literally tapestries on like the steel, which is crazy. And there's one actually
Wait,
guy
find
who
me
I
a
bought
picture
this.
so I can put it up here so people can see. Because I feel like
Oh,
not a lot of people know what the hell Renaissance armor looks like.
Hang on. I got you.
I feel like the masses must.
Oh, the masses will know.
Renaissance era armor. Not a lot of people are into. Maybe I'm not surrounding myself with people who like this.
No, it's niche. No, it's niche as fuck.
Okay, so I can call it niche.
Because here's how I see it. A lot of people like know about it, but not a lot of people like dive deep into it like I do.
Okay.
I dive deep into it. I want to learn like the styles, how they looked, how they worked, and you know how it developed over time. What do they do to it?
That's crazy.
And stuff. So I could probably. I'm not an expert. I'm never gonna say I'm an expert because there's people who like literally have PhDs in this kind of topic. But I'd like dive deep into it. That one's probably shitty res, but you can put that one up.
Oh, I think I just found the zoomed in version of that. Hold on.
Oh, probably. It's pretty popular. But yeah, the fact that they can take that like steel and turn it into like works of art that you can wear and also protects you all at the same time is just so crazy to me. That's what I love about it.
Oh my goodness, this is huge.
Is it?
Yeah, hold on. I'm adjusting it. So this is Renaissance era armor. Let's just zoom it in real quick.
Yeah, and that's like right in the Renaissance. This would be like 1580, 1590 is when this armor is dated.
Damn.
Yeah. And it's a bit after the Shakespearean era, but it would fit, sort of.
So, hold on, let me zoom in, because what the hell is on this armor? So we got...
Lots of, like, what I call it, the etching. Like, little, like, details they use acid.
Oh my god.
To, like, make designs into the steel and stuff. It's so cool.
So, was this is all handmade, I'm assuming, because what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Handmade. But you gotta understand, like, nowadays it's hard to, like, find someone who can, like, actually make an armor.
I
Usually
feel like
it's,
this is like a
like
skill set, definitely.
Yeah, they had, like, entire teams dedicated to making armor.
So it wasn't just one guy, it was like a whole group of guys.
It'd be like a whole team of guys who, like, because if let's say a king wanted a suit of armor, he'd have it, like, the next day.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they pump these bitches out.
That's incredible. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, what the hell's going on? Every character seems different on every portion of the armor. Like,
yeah, and it's cool because they'd not only do that, they'd also like carve like biblical scenes in the armor as well.
Oh.
It's like literally they use it to like, oh, this one, oh, it's a shitty res. Oh well. But yeah. And they also like play around with the actual color of the armor itself, so it's not just polished steel. Sometimes they actually purposely make it like black, and then they contrast it with like the gold.
Like a patina. Momo! Sorry, my dog's going crazy.
Thought you locked them out.
They're in their cage, but...
They're going crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, yeah.
I also find this super interesting because it's an era that's where you have these guys in armor, but they also have guns, which I think so many people like associate with complete difference.
I would still think if you're wearing armor like this, you're still swinging swords around.
No, they use guns.
That's...
They straight up, they were on horseback. They had pistols.
Damn!
Yeah, they shot at guys. It wasn't that effective. Not nearly as effective as like back in the day when they had the lance charges and like they didn't have these newfangled guns, but they still did that shit. And actually they made the armor bulletproof.
Huh?
Yeah, so like mainly the breastplate. So they'd actually make the armor thick enough to where it can like stop musket balls.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have one saved if I can find it, but yeah, it's just I find it so interesting that so many people like associate guns and armor as being like guns ending the era of armor, like suddenly just right then and there, when they coexisted for a couple hundred years. Oh, this one, you'll love this one. This is actually an armor that's tested to stop a musket ball, and you can see the dent in it.
Let me see here. Get this up.
Yeah, you can straight up, there's just that dent there is made from a guy who tested the thickness of the armor with a musket, shot it.
Pull this up. Yeah, I love that armor because it looks so doinky.
It does, doesn't it? It's not like a high-ranking armor. It's meant for like just battlefield usage. You wouldn't see them wear that like, you know, at a parade or something.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one is a lot more fancy. Though it could, actually, the other one is not even. I think it could be used for the battlefield, but it's mainly meant for like tournaments.
Huh.
So like, not on the battlefield where they have to deal with guns.
Let me pull this image up now. Sorry, I was lagging there for a second.
And also, the guns themselves weren't actually often meant for like just the regular old average Joe. I know that's a very common one. Like recently I watched Princess Mononoke. And that was like the common theme where like, oh, these poor girls, now they have this gun, they can like fight back now. Guns were actually for a while reserved for the elite. And they were actually pretty fancily decorated.
So, Spider Queen's asking real quick,
I'll get that for you. It's a fancy gun. Like, look at that.
Oh, this is like steampunk. Like, what the hell?
I know, right? It's so sick. What were they asking?
So, Spider Queen is asking, let's see. Wouldn't they shoot the armor before they sold it to prove it would stop a musket ball?
Oh, they did. That's literally what they did.
Oh.
They shot it, and they shot it to test it, see if it actually worked, and then they'd wear it and go to fight.
So how would they test it? Just, you know...
They just shoot it. They put it up, and they shoot it.
Yo, look at... Check this out, guys. This is the freaking gun. Is that not steampunky as hell? Like, this is, like...
I know, it's so cool.
Dude, what happened to gun design? I wish it stayed like this.
They realized that being flashy was not it. Not it anymore.
We were talking about this because what is it? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the men's outfits changed dramatically. They were very flamboyant, flaunting their tight asses.
I stand on the fact women would love the shit that men wore back in the day. Early 16th century clothing, dude, is pure eye candy.
That's
crazy. Out dick prints? Nah, just straight up just show off the shit, dude.
So Spider Queen's asking, or rather, you know, just commented, if your armor wasn't dented, it wasn't battle ready, if I remember correctly. So you had to make sure you had dents and shit in your armor before you go out, because...
I mean, they tested it when they can, but there's definitely some cases where you just like hammered the shit out and they're like, alright, good enough, send it off. That's like more for like your regular like soldiers who didn't really need the best quality of armor. They just need something they could wear to say like, oh yeah, they have armor. It works or not, I don't fucking know. We'll see. They live or not.
That's crazy, though. I mean,
and actually, a lot of guys win the battle without armor at all. Like, and this is still in the era where they were still stabbing each other with spears and shit. So,
see, my my view on the timeline of how things came to be is so askew because I would have guessed Renaissance equals guns.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's so cut and dry when it's not.
Right.
And that's like points where it's like coexist and they try to figure out how to make these things work together is what's so interesting to me because it shows you the things that people thought of and how they like thought of things to get around this problem they're having or how they like saw this new thing that came about and like how it differs from what pop culture wants to permeate.
Yeah.
Like the idea that the gun just straight up ended the night when it didn't. Okay, kind of did, but that's a whole different topic. It ended the nightly class being the dominant like people who won. But it
So Renaissance why is my character doing that? Okay.
Yeah, it's just that kind of stuff where I just find so interesting. I love it. It's so cool.
So what like triggered or maybe, I mean, you didn't wake up one day and was like medieval armor is great. So what like led you to this?
What led me to this? I started watching videos on historical European martial arts, often called HEMA.
Just out of the blue?
And kind of sort of ish.
Okay.
I got into it through playing Mordhau and Chivalry and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then I learned about that. I'm like, wow, this is like they actually like have this whole sport where they like actually like train in proper like fighting with swords and stuff.
Yeah.
And they like read books from back in the day. And that sort of like sparked my interest and wanted to get into more of like the historical side of things. Because I wanted to learn more about what really happened. Because I had like a kind of general idea, but once I got into this, I found it was so much more interesting than it seemed.
That's crazy. I mean, it's so weird that you wake up one day and you watch a video and then you're like, yes, this is what I like.
And actually, it looks like a genuinely fun sport. Like I've done sports like a lot of my life. I've done basketball, I've done soccer, I've done football.
Yeah.
I find pretty fun. But like this looks like something I could legit like want to do on a consistent basis.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from like weightlifting, which is it's a thing, but
See, I can't imagine how brutal the training process would be too.
Well, like you mean nowadays or like
back then? You know what I mean?
Oh, back then they started when they were kids.
Oh my goodness. Also,
yeah.
Spider Queen is saying HEMA fencers are terrifying.
Oh yeah, the guys that do HEMA. I mean,
HEMA.
If you're good, yeah, but like you're properly protected for the most, or you should be, because you're whacking each other with metal sticks.
Would you ever get into fencing? That sounds fun.
I do. Well, not like Olympic fencing.
Yeah.
Because Olympic fencing is like a heavily neutered sport, whereas in HEMA they actually like use techniques where if that was like practice IRL with a real sword, it would result in like actual things happening.
Oh God.
And it's just also so much more interesting because you like have to. It's not just a poke 'em. It's like you have to land a solid, clean hit on a body part.
Oh my God.
For it to count. Yeah. And like the techniques that they have in those books that they wrote is so cool. It's so like, and they're so well illustrated too, which is crazy.
So there's books on training and stuff like.
Yeah, like legit techniques.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine
fucking work.
Imagine being the guy like scribbling down this shit while like two guys are just going freaking at it. God bless those people.
Well, they wrote it for like the rich people, so like they wouldn't lose duels and stuff mainly. But yeah,
that's great.
That's been occupying a lot of my time.
That's crazy. I feel like there's so much more to talk about.
It's a fucking rabbit hole.
And it's a rabbit hole we will delve in because Just the very what Spider Queen is saying.
Shit, even the clothing. I've been looking at the clothing. It's like so interesting how fashion changed too. There's like some weird shit that went on, but
like clothing, as in like
yeah, like how what clothes people wore back then. I still say early 16th century. Look that shit up. It is peak.
Damn.
I say it's peak.
Oh yeah, Spider Queen's saying like the Hema like fencers and stuff are trained specifically, so their muscles are built different. Like their body shapes they look different. That's crazy.
I mean, like you're not. It's like a martial art, but instead of like your fists and your feet, you're using an object to smack somebody else with. So it's a little bit. It's quite a bit different, like in terms of biomechanics and stuff.
Okay.
That's a whole rabbit hole as well, because it's actually a pretty interesting discussion, like HEMA as a martial art, as compared to stuff like boxing.
Or yeah, Kung Fu, I never heard of HEMA fencing.
I think it's unique because it's mainly weapon based, whereas those other martial arts have like a tradition of hand-to-hand combat.
Interesting.
Well, Europe HEMA does have wrestling, but that's like a not as focused on style, and there's modern martial arts that do that a lot better.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a part 2 to this interview because there's so much more to talk about. Kipzs, I don't even think we've scratched the surface, really.
No, like we haven't even talked about my obsession with Warhammer 40k.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I know a lot of Warhammer lore.
Listen, me and Kipzs, we're gonna work out our schedule. I don't know when the next time he's free to sit down.
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon?
Unless we get another holiday. I don't know.
No, don't. There needs to be a part 2 because we're just barely getting to the surface.
Yeah. I mean, I'm free Saturdays. And
okay.
Every other, like this Friday is an off Friday. It's like every other Friday.
Every other Friday? Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna
next Friday won't be available, but the Friday after that I'll be available, hopefully, unless they make me do bullshit, which they probably will. But
there will be a part 2 to this because
I want to have a part 2
because
I haven't had much. Because honestly, this is helpful for me because I haven't been able to like brain dump like this in a while.
Yes, and it's therapy for me because I love listening to people and bouncing back shit. Like it's so fun. But unfortunately, my dinner is here. Thanks to DoorDash and our fucking... It is burrito tacos. I don't know if you had like...
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. With the fucking juices and shit, and I'm so ready. It's been a long day at work. This was my 7th day working in a row, so I'm so excited. This is like my little cheat meal. But I will be in contact with Kipzs. He's like my brother. We talk like all the time. I will be in contact with him for a part 2 to this interview series. I think it went great. I think we had a great time.
I think it went pretty great too.
I mean, I literally whipped up this little interview podcast talk show like setup. I mean, shit. I can listen and you can blab and life is perfect. There's a balance.
True.
There's a perfect balance here.
It's perfect.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming and tuning in. I think we had up to like 9 viewers, which is crazy.
That's sick.
And I just want your story out there. You're so interesting.
I thank you 9 people for listening to me blah 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 for the past hour or so.
It's been almost 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Hopefully the next episode we can do a little longer. If you're willing to talk that much.
I'm more than willing to talk that much.
Part 2, we're going to delve deeper into Kipzs' tiny little mind, that marvelous mind of his. I will be posting my schedule. I'm working with an artist to make a custom schedule layout, so hopefully... I know, it's crazy. So hopefully I'll have a set schedule soon. My work schedule right now is a little messed up, but hopefully if you guys follow my Twitter, I post all my updates there. and I update everybody on Discord, definitely. So catch me there for the next update for part 2 with the interview with Kipzs. Kipzs, any last
and
words?
I will be there. Salam. Shalom.
Shalom.
Arigato. Kamsamnida.
Kamsahamnida.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for coming to the lamp.
Thank you for coming to the lamp.
Thank you for listening to us. It was fun. I'm excited for part 2, whenever that will be.
I am too.
All right, everybody. Have a great night.
Well, bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Well, bye.